sports.
Yeah.
Where it's like, wait, why is this person from Manitoba? Oh, they're just a guest at the thing. I was like, no, they're on the team. And I was like, oh, but this person from Ontario, they're a guest. I was like, nope. Okay, time to start studying as we get lined up here. Rainbow Thunder, of course, wearing the rainbow jerseys on the near end. It's actually quite contrasting in that we've got the monochromes versus rainbow. Are you expecting defensive, slow pace out of Rainbow Thunder then?
No.
Ooh, and there's the wicked windmill at the beginning from JC Morris.
Rainbow Thunder likes to be aggressive off the strike. They have a good strike. They should be. I think you'll see Kaffeine and Co. maybe be a little more aggressive on the defense. Okay.
Burden to throw, shifting. There's yet to be an elimination. Let's see that play call. Myra Duarte in the middle. They send it. Ball is up and caught by the ball retriever. So we do have damage. Taylor Ewell is out. Defensive play call happening. Oh, it's a play call coming from the captain. Preemptive throw and a hard throw. Watch it on the right wing. Now, have you ever gone up against this is giving Cassandra Paris-Jodoin?
Oh, have I ever?
The hammer that she can throw.
Yeah, phenomenal arm. And fun fact, Ben, coming off an injury.
Oh.
Hurt her knee at the thing. Hasn't played since then.
Okay.
This is her first time testing the knee here at the Canadian Club Championships.
And they are very quick into the attack zone. Solo throw, getting up and out of the way. Julie McLaren on the right wing. Should be targeted again. She is. The ball's high and outside for her. So over and under, and how many times we get hit for her? What do you think? We have the perfect view angle.
We do have the perfect view angle. You're taller than me, so I'm going to guess I'm going to hit once, you're going to get hit twice.
Paris-Jodoin, and you're going to catch that one, whereas I don't have your athlete reactions. Ooh, I love the throw. Jobin Ross, you see kind of like it almost curved into McLaren.
Yeah,
Player advantage here for Kaffeine and Co. So back to you.
No, Jobin Ross, very experienced. She's been part of the Team Canada program. Actually, there's a lot of talent on both these teams within that program. JC Morris making that block there, two-time world champion for the mixed foam. Team Canada.
McLaren first, Morris, veterans of the game. Windmill not connecting on Duarte.
McLaren also previously part of the Team Canada foam program.
Back to 2019.
Yeah. And then, of course, on the other side, you have Corinne Durand, also a multiple-time gold medalist at the world level. Mira Duarte, part of that program.
Rising star.
And that's a great, did they invest 3 there, Ben?
Yes, and it worked. And they've got the numbers. So as we can see coming back here from Rainbow Thunder, there's 2 shots. And they do target Duarte again, but she's got a wicked slide. That's why you wear those knee pads, not like those cool Gen Zs who like to kind of go naked on the knees.
They want to lose their cartilage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't mind Kaffeine investing 3 balls in a 5v3 to make sure they get that player out, especially when they have someone like Duarte who's very comfortable taking that last ball, trying to bait things in.
Oh, an attempted catch. Good to go for it. It's early in the tournament. Big smiles. Again, you got the player advantage right now, so it wasn't a high-risk move.
Yeah, and you know what? A risky placement from first. It was right in her pocket, but she just couldn't close in on it. Great throw.
2 balls apiece. And the Rainbow Thunder send 1 wide of target. Quick in reaction. Good defensive work there. Crossing, not connecting, counter, same issue. 4-2. So this is one thing you can kind of get lulled into a slower game with Rainbow Thunder throughout. But I love the pace that's kind of quick and steady movement by Kaffeine and Co.
Duarte tried the no look there, which is, a great thing to do, especially against a really strong blocker like first.
And crisscross. Successful blocking. And 2 just staying in and staying alive.
And they invest the 5th. Can Rainbow Thunder do some damage with this?
Meanwhile, big rosters, so both teams, right?
Yes. Kaffeine & Co., I believe, has 11 historically. Oh, they used to have 11. They actually had one player not come back. And Rainbow Thunder has expanded their roster.
Nasty. Oh, that respect the windmill there as Forte is taken out. That was just like
Morris can pack a lot of punch. She's got great accuracy on long distance.
I predict one of the two that hit me will be from her when she's on the other side.
On the other side, yeah, that makes sense. Windmill also has the rising effect.
Forte targeted, active blocking. Gil, Biron, Duarte, ready, set. Missing. On the offense, Rainbow Thunder. Trademark calling Thunder, and that is a connection on the wrist. Now 1v3.
Yeah, great take by Duarte, making use of that angle.
No counters. Shot clock resets. Burden the throw on Kaffeine & Co. Well, two throws. Expertly blocked. Balls up in the air, and that is out of bounds.
She uses the distraction well.
Yes. Now 2v1. Two ball block.
Morris is not afraid to go for the catch on the defense either. So Kaffeine has to be very careful about their placement.
Especially with that, when you kind of get low and have those two balls, you can actually kind of suck that one ball in. Great spot to trap it. Duarte having pressure, heading back, and communicate with teammate. Burden to throw still is on Morris. Resets the shot clock. Play call time now out of Kaffeine & Co. This is going to be hard to take her out.
They're holding firm.
Yeah, like there's going to be no rush, right? This could be an exceptionally long set.
Oh, and they're only down to one.
Whoa! Tried to pull the hips out of the way, but the ball was heat-seeking. Strong arms galore, dangerous defenders. 1v1, this is what we're here to see. Just like first set of it, the whole tournament is already just so exciting.
Yeah, can you believe this is the first point?
Also a shout out to like when the strength of schedule is really good and you're just like, oh, key matchups like this. Start to build rivalries. Burden to throw is on Kaffeine & Co. Duarte, ready, sets, delivers.
See Duarte feeling a little more of the tiredness. She's getting yeah.
Bringing the swagger, JC Morris. And not on catches, on hard hits in the catch zone all 3 times.
Yeah, it's doable. None of them went for it.
Well, they were punch outs each time.
Exactly. And Morris, to be noted too, very careful with her ball advantage. She never ever gave away the amount of balls so that she'd be at a bit disadvantage. She always had 2 to block, potentially 3 near her ankle. Duarte got a little too aggressive with that. It makes her defenses a little weaker.
Now on court, Sydney Somerville in the middle, so new to Rainbow Thunder, not new to Dodgeball. Lecouve in the left wing. Rue, number 29, protecting teammates. As we have a couple outs now, so McLaren and Ewell taken out. Full court still for Kaffeine & Co. Whew, man, that is just a wicked whip.
Yeah, you're going to see them take Perjouadin's shot a lot.
Hard on the thighs. Christopher, do you know if, like, so from my angle, I constantly see fastballs from her, from Paris Jodoin. Is there other throws?
There's definitely a lot of movement to the throw. It comes in really fast, but because of her grip, it does kind of waver in the air. So it is hard to track. It's not just a fastball. It's going to be moving a little bit.
He sends it back, resets the shot clock, burden to throw Kaffeine and Co. After those 2 eliminations, we're now 4v4.
And to be noted, Kaffeine was in a really good power position almost that entire last point. Morris had to come back and claw back from a 3v1.
Did she ever? Send them to crisscross, but no connect. Ball apiece for Kaffeine and Co. Golden Rush showing the play with Duarte. The send to, and Somerville is a limb. Somerville out of Ontario.
I love the rainbow hair.
A new era. Duarte, no stranger to Rainbow Thunder, a former Rogue player. Several years experience in Manitoba. Good protection. Sarah Gill handing off the ball to her teammates. 2 on target, expertly blocked.
We're in another tough scenario, 3v3.
No hesitation to send a couple late, and that Alicia Dawn just drops it crazy.
She's got a lot of leverage from her height.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself. If I was taller, I could throw harder.
It's the tendons. It's the tendons. Hip, shoulder separation.
Kaffeine invests the 5th. I have a feeling that 2 balls are going to go at, 6 balls.
I think like sometimes when you've got that high energy as a team, it's so tricky because like the way Amanda leads her team is just through that extreme discipline. And I was noticing that at the thing. There's just like their pace can kind of be unnerving if you like to hustle. You can get into a frenetic pace if you're not.
Really curious, Ben. Rainbow Thunder just had 6 balls, but they threw 2 at separate targets.
Versus kind of coordinating it.
Absolutely, when the other team has no defense.
Yeah. Well, of course, the advantage there is that you pin the player down, right? Like we saw near us there with the 3 balls. The player had nowhere to go, and big hit. 3v1. No strangers, Rainbow Thunder to 3v1. Let's see how Couvé takes it. Stays alive, sends one from the knees. No greedy fingers there from Paris Jodin.
That's a tough throw to make from the knees as well. You lose a lot of power removing your legs.
Speaking of height and power, yeah. Like you're not pulling power from the earth when you're doing that. You're just doing the twist. Jordan Ross hopping out of the way. And that's when you see multiple balls on target, getting it done.
And we have a tie game.
1-1. Now, do you have an angle on the shot, the game clock? Oh, it's blocked by Kevin Harder right now. I think I saw 13 minutes.
Yes, and we do have an interesting format with our game time.
Oh, okay. That's we're just getting officially. We're within the final seconds to no block. This is why we see both teams lining up as such. So we're not gonna. Any second now. Or are they starting it in completely new block?
They're starting
They're starting it. Yeah, clearly. I've seen that one ball drop.
Yeah. And the cross from Ewell.
That's like when you can master the no look, it's tricky because it's open shoulder, right? You have to release so early, it can be less predictable, but Somerville nails it. Duarte, known for just being able to flip-flop out of the way. Kind of sends her body in like 3 different directions when she does that, right? Hard throw, countering, but it's a trade situation as Biron gets a haircut.
And now we're in a 5v4.
And I think we're the first time seeing a player advantage on the Rainbow Thunder end. Into the pocket,
catch.
Brought in. So tricky when you've got a ball in hand, like to use it to your advantage versus having it ricochet off. And maybe a little high on the catch as good opportunity to take her out.
Great shot by Paris.
And we talked about that where she's happy to like from the knees pull it in like that. But when you can throw heat like that, it doesn't matter. Player advantage erased and then some. Kaffeine and Co. Team to watch this tournament.
Oh, always a team to watch.
On the rise, Yo, who was missing in the first couple sets, is eliminated. Clausen now, final remaining player, sends one, and a hail of bullets coming at her, and it's the third one that gets it done. Paris Jourdain, no surprise.
Now, Ben, have we talked about the format of the actual structure of the game for this tournament? So
okay,
traditionally, we tend to have like 2 10-minute halves or 2 12-minute halves. But the way that the games are today and for this weekend, until playoffs at least, is it is a 26-minute time block of running clock.
Okay.
And at 13 minutes, they will have no blocking. But all of no blocking actually eats into the second half of the time block. So your second half isn't a traditional 13 minutes.
Half percent.
Yeah, your second half in quotations for the streamers at home who cannot see me. So realistically, your second half is going to be something a little more like 10 minutes, as we're seeing here. So it is, at the end, probably similar to the amount of game time you are actually playing, but you don't have a traditional halftime where you can stop and really talk about it, because your clock is running the entire time.
Oh, and speaking of the era of free agency, are you familiar with Leanne Wilson?
Well, Leanne Wilson lives in Quebec, so.
But not for all, like, not for many years.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Long-time Avonlea Armada member, part of the original roster. That's why I'm such a huge Kaffeine & Co. fan, but has lived and played with Kaffeine & Co. since their inception.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I miss her every day.
First cross, and it connects. That was a good one. Do you have like a ship ceremony where you like kind of like old Vikings where you like put them out to sea?
She has a ship tattoo.
Wow.
That's commitment to the Armada.
Commitment is both of us wearing merch. It's where my flip-flops have gone. I don't know. Oh, they're back there. And a great throw. Yo takes out Jobin Ross.
Yule is such a casual blocker. It's always like so close to the body, just a
minimum effective dose.
Move, yeah. But she gets it there.
And aggravating if you're on the other side, because it's just like, and dangerous, of course. Like if you're learning to block, I would say absolutely push that ball far forward. The same way a goalie goes outside of the crease to reduce the area for the ball, because the odds of it ricocheting into you are so much higher.
For sure.
And it's like she's also unfazed as it's coming. It's just like, boop.
Yeah, this is just a casual Monday.
And second half players here. Bolsonaro on the right end, Galani on the left. Hey,
Biron invests the fourth, and it's well worth it. And they get the roll back.
Get the refund. Sliding, protecting. Great form by Biron. 4 players to 2. Ball burden on Kaffeine & Co. Galani sends it in between targets. Well, testing out the mechanics. That's the thing when you're like kind of a second half player. You didn't have that early opportunity to get the rust out, as this is the first match of this 3-day tournament.
Both of these teams not afraid to pre-counter.
They are shot accurate right now. First time a 1v on the Kaffeine & Co. end. Galani, 2-ball block. Sends it right on target.
Galliini has such a fun throw. It's such a straight arm sidearm almost, and it gets a lot of whip and power.
Well, and speaking of that hip to shoulder separation, I think one of the things I noticed is she actually gets great hip separation, kind of twisting body right to left.
She must be feeling a lot better this tournament. Last tournament she played, she was fasting. I could not imagine
that is impressive.
having to do that.
That is dedication.
That is dedication.
Oh! Held there. And a final one. Wow.
Incredible.
1v heroes. Later we're going to be talking about your player of the match. And I think, our standout moments so far have been JC taking it to the team. Galani, who had to sit for the first while, And we talked about that Russ move, like, okay, all right, and then pop, 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 she's on.
Oh, incredible. That's what I live for in dodgeball. Let's see those really great comebacks, and that's why every throw matters in this game.
I will liken, great catch. And calming the team down, right? Not getting into that frenetic state. Gilani's throw, kind of like a Jason Merkler throw. He makes great use of like a corkscrew with his body. You see that shoulder dropping as a twist.
Yeah, I would say their arm movement is very different, but their legs for sure.
Good use of full body.
And what we see from Biron here after that catch, that is a level of experience to immediately be like, chill. Because I'll have you know, the amount of people that make a catch and then immediately want to just run up and throw that ball because they're so excited after making a big play, often they get caught themselves.
Yeah. Well, and kind of what made Galani's play work so well was all eyes were on the attempted catch, which she could have been like, no. Just as like, I'm going to go after the final remaining player in this chaos.
Yeah.
To be calm in chaos is just such a next level advantage. So watch out. So Bosano, ball in hand. They're making a play call right now while they can. She's in the middle, number 2. Fresh arm for the team. And what you've kind of been noting before is a lot of coordination. So expect 2 on target. Ooh, yeah, it was Bosano with the throw. Expertly blocked by Somerville.
Yeah, Somerville's also a player can be a big game changer. They can catch, they can hit, as we just saw on Biron. It's a very fast potential 1-2 where they make that hit, they catch the counter. And
they're ready to receive. I think that's where a lot of players, if you come from like a throw sport like baseball, you have that early advantage of a hard throw, but an enormous disadvantage is a brilliant throw chasing after the shoulder of Paris Jourdouin. So in a moment here, you'll have your chance of our pre-selected potential MVPs here.
And there is Somerville removing Duarte.
Yeah. Early leaders, of course, J.C. Morris.
I would certainly say Galaini after that.
Our 1v MVPs so far. Preemptive strike, Somerville putting the case on just in this set. Wilson now the 1v3.
And all those balls are stuck in no man's land.
They send them on target. Okay, we're just making our final selections as your commentators here. You're going to see 4 names pop up as your player of the match. Time taken here.
And they do have 1 timeout per round robin game.
Okay.
I believe it's a minute.
That's a fair amount of time.
It is. We have 35-minute blocks, 26 minutes of match time. Got a little bit of wiggle room there. Unless you're sprinting from the other court, the other gym. That's about a 2-minute walk.
I think the interesting thing about making sure to start using it in round robin is it is an essential part of playoffs.
Well, especially when we don't have a traditional halftime in this current
Yeah. It's really you choose your break.
You do. And when you need to dig deep, this is a great choice by Roma Thunder. We're looking at a 3-2 score for Kaffeine. We have less than 5 minutes left on the clock. We have 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock.
And defensive both sides. On court right now, eyes on Constantine, who's number 10, inside of the right wing. Back on court after a small break for Rainbow Thunder, Morgan McCreary. Holding up the left wing, taking that shot at Constantine. So beware of being named right now.
Kaffeine and Co. wins that exchange. They're up 5-4.
Rosser ably blocked. It's one thing for Wilson. It's not so sneaky to turn when you're one player off.
And you can vote now for your VC player of the match. They can win the glory of your praises.
I think one of and JC Morris, one of those names. It's amazing. It's like, it's not even a no look. It's just so quick, and then people kind of just watch it hit them.
Great shot from Paris Jodoin onto Morris. She knew that she was lining up that throw, and she took advantage of her X step, per se, is probably the lack of word for it, but yeah,
hop?
her stabilizing crow hop. That's the word. Thank you very much, Ben. It's early. I haven't had my coffee.
Whew. The ups, Paris Jodoin showing the lift.
And it's a 3v3, and you know what? Taylor Ewell still in the game, and if anyone's going to make a clutch catch to bring Rainbow Thunder back,
Lawson unable to block that heat. Wilson in the middle for Kaffeine and Co. Eyes on her. Yet she throws. Low and away for Ewell. Ball burden now on Rainbow Thunder. 2 balls apiece. Rue and Ewell. Solo throw.
good luck.
There's that minimum effective dose. Just
That's what I'm talking about.
open shoulder, no look. Not quite on target. It's hard to get that accuracy. Shot clock resets. Burden to throw. Rainbow Thunder.
Now we've seen Paris Jodoin take a lot of free throws. Doesn't happen here. It doesn't.
Now, would you want an over-aggressive wing if you're Kaffeine and Co? Like if you do have a Ewell up at the line, do you let Duarte cook?
I would let Paris Jodoin on that particular shot because Ewell is such a great catcher. You want the most off-center shot possible.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion. But she has to be confident about avoiding the count when it comes in.
Oh. Okay, I had a terrible angle on that, but yeah. Speaking of a minimum, she kind of pulled her elbow in and just got it. Good spin by Wilson. Wow.
And you see Ewell now looking for that free. She's hungry. She wants someone out.
And she does. 2v2, strong throw. Rue showing strength right there now, 1v2. As it's been, as it should be. So close, both teams. The heater getting low, sending the hammer too low, and we are at the end of the second half.
And you know what, Ben? In this moment, I regret not putting Paris Jodoin as a potential MVP of the match. She's been making amazing hits this entire time.
She has. And I think you often find that with players where it's like all steak, no sizzle. It becomes like a standard that we expect her to throw hard very accurately.
Absolutely.
Oh, Ewell gets it done.
And what a way to add to the storyline. We have a tie game between Rainbow Thunder and Kaffeine & Co. What a great matchup this is, especially to start the day. And I hope so badly that they see each other again in playoffs, because how fun would that be?
It will be amazing. We are watching the 2025 Canadian Club Championships here. Signing off as a duo for now, Ben Johnson alongside
Caitlin Sky.
And next up, you're going to be watching Fury versus Cannoneers.